Hello student, today we are going to start with the chapter number 11, that is transportation in animal and plant. So let's start understanding what is transportation in animal and plants. Now the circulatory system. What is the circulatory system? In human being, digested food, water and oxygen are transported to all parts of the body. We have already learned that we eat food, and this digested food and oxygen is transported to the all part of the body. Now waste products are also transported from all part of the body to be removed from the body, and we also know that the waste products are removed from our body. The transport of the substance in the body is done by a circulatory system. It consists of heart, blood vessels and blood. So we know that our circulatory system consists of the one main organ, that is heart. From the heart our body gets the blood, and the blood is circulated to each and every part of our body. So circulatory system consists of our heart, the blood vessels and the blood, because our blood is pumped in the heart. Now what is blood? We all have seen that we have blood, but in blood what are the things that is present in our blood? Blood transports substance in the body. It is fluid part is called plasma, and the cell like that is red blood cell and the white blood cell. So red blood cell is RBC and white blood cell is WBC, and the platelets. Now why it is red blood cell? It consists of a pigment called hemoglobin which transport oxygen. We must know that the presence of hemoglobin in our body, so our blood look red. And what is white blood cell? White blood cell fights against the germs and protect us from the disease. So WBC are the one that fights against the germs and protect our from many disease. And what is platelet? Platelets help in clotting of the blood. Whenever we get injured and after some times our blood start to clot. If our blood clots, then our blood will not start to bleed again. So platelets help in clotting of the blood. Now what is blood vessels? There are three types of blood vessels. They are arteries, veins and capillaries. What are arteries? Arteries carry oxygen rich blood. Remember that in arteries we have oxygen rich blood from heart to the all part of the body, and they have thick walls. The walls of arteries are thick. They carries the blood which is oxygen rich. And what is vein? Vein carries carbon dioxide rich blood from all part of body to the heart, and they have thin walls. So our veins have thin walls, our arteries have thick walls, and arteries have oxygen rich blood and veins have the carbon dioxide rich blood. What is capillaries? They are thin blood vessels which joins both the arteries and the vein. Now what is pulse rate? How to measure or how to know our pulse rate? Blood flow through the arteries at a high pressure, causing a throbbing movement is called pulse. If you take your hand and you will see the movement in your hand, and this is known as the pulse. It is seen in your wrist. Here I have shown the figure. The number of pulse beat per minute is called pulse rate, and the normal pulse rate is between 72 and 80 beats per minute. Now here you can see how the low pressure and high pressure is occurring from your heart and how the blood is supplied. Now heart. What is heart? The heart is an organ which pumps blood. We all know that the heart is an organ which pumps blood, and the size of the heart is always of the wrist. Your wrist size is your heart. There are two upper chambers and there are two lower chambers. The upper chambers are known as arterias and the lower chambers are known as ventricles. The heart has a partition in the middle which prevents the mixing of the oxygen rich blood and the carbon dioxide rich blood. So here you need to learn from where our blood is supplied and how our heart is divided, the upper chambers, the two upper chambers and the two lower chambers. Now heartbeats. How we can hear the heartbeats? We have seen that a doctor carries a stethoscope, and this stethoscope helps the doctor to hear the sound of the heartbeat, and this stethoscope is put on the chest, and there are two, they are put in the ear. There are two earpieces, and there is a tube, and there is a chest piece, and this chest piece is put on the chest of a patient, so the doctor can hear the heartbeats. Now the wall of the heart is made up of muscles, and this muscle contracts and relax rhythmically, producing the heartbeat. Even if you keep your hand on your body on the left hand side, then you can hear your heartbeats. That will be thak 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 thak, the sound that comes, that is of the rhythmically producing of the heartbeat, which we can feel the heartbeat if we place our hand on the left side of our chest. You can put your hand to the left side of the chest, you can hear the heartbeats. The human heartbeats are about 70 to 80 times per minute. Now, acceleration in animal. Acceleration is a process by which waste products are removed from the body. We all know that waste product should be removed from our body, and our kidney help us to remove the waste product or accelerate. The human excretory system consists of kidney, urinary bladder and urethra. The blood brings the waste product of the kidney filters the waste and remove the waste in urine. The urine that we pass out, it is a waste product, and this waste product should be removed from our body. The urine passes through the ureter in the urinary bladder. From the urinary bladder, the urine passes out from the urethra. Now transport in plant. How the transportation occurs in plant? In plant, the transportation of food, water and minerals take place through the special tissues called vascular tissues. And tissues is a group of cells which performs a specialized function. The vascular tissues of two types are xylem and phloem. The roots have the root hairs which absorbs waters and mineral from the soil. Xylem tissues transport the water to all part of the plant, and the food are prepared in the leaf, and the phloem tissues transfer the food to all part of the plant. So how transportation occur in the plant? We have learned the transportation how occurs in the human being. Now we learn how the transportation occurs in the plant. So what is transpiration? This is an important term. Transpiration is a process by which plant give out water through the stomata in the leaves. The evaporation of the water from the leaves produce a suction pull which can pull water to a great height in the tall tree. So how water is reached from the roots to the leaves and the stomatas that are present in the leaves. So due to the transpiration process, the evaporation of the water from the leaves produce a suction pull, and this pulls the water to the great height in the tall tree. So this is the completion of your chapter number 11. Go through your textbook and at least read this whole chapter once, so that it will help you to understand better. I hope it is understood by you. Thank you, children.